Here we have Tamika. We're going to be conducting our first passive test. So we're going to be testing her blood pressure. So I'm just going to get this to pop you around your arm, please. Thank you. Very tight. Yeah? Tight? Okay. Just see what the reading is. So ideally a range of about 120/80 is what we want, and that's roughly about the reading that we have, 120/80, and we have a resting heart rate of 90 beats per minute. Thank you. And just taking Tamika's height measurement now, we are sitting at about 155 centimeters. Okay. Tamika's weight now, so I'll just ask you to step onto the scales, please. And we're sitting at 62.3. And just to calculate Tamika's BMI now, so we're just going to have her weight in kilograms, which is 62.3, divided by her height in meters squared, 1.55 squared, and that equals a BMI of about 25.9. So we want our range to be from about 20 to 25, but of course this doesn't take into consideration muscle mass or bone density. So this range is of course not the only factor we're going to use to determine somebody's health. Okay, so I'll just get you to just face me. And you can just point to where your hips are with both hands. Perfect. And can I just get you to hold that right where your hip is? Good, and just do a spin for me. Just hold this up. Good. And we have your hip at 91 centimeters. Thank you. And we're just going to measure your waist from here. So can I just get you to place that? No, you can put your top down. You can leave your top down. Alright. Can I just... Okay, fuck. Okay, now we're just going to do the next passive test. Just the girth measurement of the waist. So can I just get you to put that, just place it right at your belly button. Good, and just do a spin for me. Thank you. I'll just get that top a little bit tighter. Thank you. And 82 centimeters. Thank you.
Rock on.
And now we're just going to calculate Tamika's waist to hip ratio. So we're just going to divide her waist in centimeters divided by her hips in centimeters, and we have a figure of 0.90. Thank you. Okay, and here we have Tamika just completing the cardiovascular test. I'm just going to say she can try and burn 5 calories as quickly as she can. Good. Excellent. Keep breathing through your nose and your mouth. Almost there, keep your chest nice and tall. Excellent. Almost there, and stop. Here we have Tamika completing her first strength test, and since she's still a beginner, we're not going to use a 1RM, since she's still learning the whole movement, and it would not be a very indicative test of where her strength is. So therefore, we're just going to use maybe a 5 rep max, and just to see how well she does her technique and how many reps she's able to push through the bench press. So first I'll just get you, Tamika, just to raise your hands to the bar, and just to position your thumbs just at the start of the knurling. Good, and just to grip it there. Excellent. For a beginner, we usually use a grip that is a little bit closer to the knurling, as they are able to use more of their triceps, just to try and strengthen their triceps as well. So we're just going to ensure that your heels are on the ground and just have just a little bit of an arch through your back. Perfectly. And eyes are right under the bar, which is exactly what we want. Perfect. Now all I want you to do is just tuck your shoulder blades right into the bench. Excellent. Now all I want you to do is just raise the bar into the sky and just position it just over your chest and take a huge breath and just tuck your elbows down and come straight down. Excellent. Now press back to your eyes. Perfect. And come down again. Take a huge breath come down, now breathe out. Good, again, straight down and press. Last two, come down and press backwards to your eyes. And last one, huge breath and back. And just rack the bar safely. Excellent. So here we have Tamika completing her second strength test. So I'm just going to ask you to go for 3 reps with the leg extensions. So I'm just going to get you to come up, extend your knee, and just point your toes to the sky. Come up, excellent, come back down. Again, come up, and here we're just testing Tamika's quadricep strength, and come back down. And last one, come up, and come back down. Good. Just increase the weight by 1 if you can. So what we're looking for, if their glutes come off the chair or their lower back starts to move around, there we can start to see, okay, that might be around where their strength would be. So just come up again for 3 reps. Excellent, and back down. Good, come up. Good, Tamika, and last one. Come up, extend your knee, and drop. Good, and we'll just call it there. Thank you, and what was the weight on that one?
13.6.
Excellent, thank you very much. And now we just had Tamika just increase the weight to 18.1. So I'm just going to ask you to go for 3 reps again. Come up, back down. Again, come up. Good, and last one. Come up and back down. Good, and we'll just increase the weight again. Good, and we'll just ask you to go for 5 reps for this one. So come up. Excellent, and back down. Good, again. Just have your eyes forward, your chest up, and your shoulders back. Good, again, try and get your feet a little bit higher. Good, see, we can see the individual's not able to completely lock out her knees at the top, so we could see that this should be roughly around the weight that we have, and you can just hold right there, and this is roughly around the same strength. So we can see that the weight is at approximately 22.7 for about 4 to 5 reps, so this is why we can test her quadricep strength, so we can know what to expect when we're squatting. Okay, so here we have Tamika. We're just going to test her hamstring flexibility. And just to keep the test really rigid and very strict, we're just going to keep her knees locked. And all I'm going to get her to do, I'm not going to get her to round her back to try and touch her toes, so we're just going to do a hamstring flexibility test. So all I'm going to get you to do is just move your hips backward, keep your palms right on top of your legs, and move your hips backwards, and try and come as far down as you possibly can without losing flexibility through your thoracic spine. Come down lower, 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 and stop. And just as soon as we start to lose the pinch into her lower back is where about we see the flexibility. So just come back up again, we'll just try again. And just going to hold that pinch, now come back. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep going, and just where we lose that. Okay, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.